Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to 55 Alive. I am so glad to be here this morning. You know, I guess you say each time she comes on, she's saying, "Hey, I'm so glad to be here." And I say that for a reason because every day someone is leaving this earth. But truly, this is the day that the Lord has made, and He said, "Let us rejoice and be glad in it." So, as you've tuned in to 55 Alive, this morning, it's nice and quiet. Birds are chirping. I love this time of morning. I really, really do. So, on this week coming up, you will be seeing my raised bed coming together. I will be putting those together shortly. I have some tomatoes that will be planted. Now, the tomatoes in the garden, there are two types. They're determinate and indeterminate. Now, the indeterminate are the ones that just kind of grow and keep growing as long as they're in a sunny place. They're going to get tall, they're going to get wide. And the determinate, they grow just a certain height and they kind of stop there and then begin to produce. So I unbeknownst to me at the time, I'm just purchasing my plants. They were all indeterminates, so they have to be 36 inches apart, and I will be planting them. I had one location, but I'm going to set them up in a different location to ensure that they get enough sunlight, which is very, very important to the production of the fruit on the plants. And also, I want my granddaughter to be able to go out and pick the ripe tomatoes. So I'll be doing that. Also, just getting ready for I have my eggplant, which I gave you all a little tour of those things that I had purchased during my evening walk in the garden. If you hadn't watched it, go ahead, go back, look at that video. Now, we're at the end of January. Today is January 31st. Can you believe that this year has come and it is moving at an alarming rate? Oh my goodness. It is moving so fast. What are you doing? What are you doing with your time? That is my question today. What are you doing with your time? You say, well, I'm not making videos for sure. This is just a little something that I'm doing for me. It's just something that I'm doing for me, and it's all good. It's all good. So we have this exciting project that's coming up. I can't wait to share the news. We are excited about what God is doing, what He's doing, and what He has already done. We continue to pray for His favor over what we are doing right now. Now, I also want to say that as life begins to move forward, there's still opportunity to create wealth. Still opportunity. Still opportunity to create wealth legally. Come on now, legally. There's many ways to do things illegally, but I'm talking about legally producing wealth. I watch a few people on YouTube just to see what's out there, what's going on. We're never too old to learn. We're never too old to learn. We get stuck and we get in a place where we just figure, hey, this is it. But this channel is called 55 Alive. And I named it that way because I'm still here. Come on, I'm still here. And because I'm still here, we're going to make some things happen. For sure, for sure. Now, I'm getting ready to have my first table talk coming up in February. I'll give you the date. The first, I haven't set the date yet, but it will be in February. And we're going to be talking about dementia. We're going to talk about dementia and how it affects uh, our family members, our loved ones. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert by far, but I have been able to experience firsthand the deterioration of a family member, and it is quite challenging at times. So I want to just kind of break down the different stages of dementia. I'm going to do my research before I come to you, and so that we could just have this information out there because I'm finding that there are many stages of dementia, many stages. So in this 55 Alive, we have to appreciate each day for what it is, because as time goes on and as we get older, some experience these symptoms and some don't. They go on and live a full life right till the end and have no issues, no problems. But there are those that will early, early onset dementia. And they'll start seeing changes really at about 65, some even earlier than that. Earlier than that. Go figure. But we will brush it off because when you see it happening, you don't want to accept that it's happening. And this is what we're going to dive into at our first table talk. I hope to get an individual who has had dealt with this firsthand. She shared some things with me and enlightened me on some things which were very helpful. And also another young lady who firsthand, she as well dealt with these issues. Um, we have to educate ourselves on many areas, many areas. As I'm out in the garden and I'm finding that as you drop a seed, you know, and it falls to the ground, or it falls to the ground and die, it has to die first and be buried in the ground before it'll produce a seed. Now, why did I put that with, as I was talking about dementia? Well, when we take the seed of knowledge and we begin to, uh, just kind of digest this information, then we are able to more readily address and deal with the issues at hand. It doesn't matter what it is, dementia, jobs, whatever. We have to educate ourselves so that we can handle these challenges. When I started gardening back in 2013, and really it was before then, I had a small little patch, but 2013, we were forced to build this garden because, my husband was in a particular job and they cut the pay 20%, and we had small children, 20%. So instead of getting angry, hey, we went out and we bought everything to start a garden. We started a garden and we had so much fruit, so much vegetable. We had so many things. Listen, I can't name it all, but God blessed our soil. He blessed our soil. We didn't bring in any fancy soil. He blessed the ground that we were on right here. He blessed it. And we were able to produce. So, my former pastor, um, Pastor Miller, but his wife, Dr. Grace Miller, her husband, who was the former pastor before she took on, he used to always quote the scripture about breaking up your fallow ground. It's time to seek the Lord. So when you are gardening, when you're planting your garden, you got to break up that ground. You got to till the soil. You till the soil so that that seed can get in there and then the roots can begin to grow. So that's in anything. That's with anything. The roots have to be able to move through the soil so that it can produce something, a flower, a tree, whatever it is. So as you're studying in school, as you're studying on YouTube Versity, whatever it is you're studying, you may not see things happening right away. You may not see change right away, but keep with it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Because the roots are growing. The roots are getting deep. They're getting deeper. And before you know it, hey, you got a beautiful something going on. Your business that you've been working on, hold on. Change is right there, right there. Hey, I'd like to thank my cousin Lisa. She's a paparazzi. Yeah, paparazzi. I told her I was feeling myself, so I purchased a couple of pieces from her. It's all good, all good. So, so this morning, as I'm speaking, and I said this is the last Sunday of the year, wrong, of the month, the last Sunday of this month, and going into February, I'm going to be talking about dementia. I want you to join with me. This is 55 Alive. You say, well, she's just talking about different things. Hey, I'm alive so I can talk about what I want to talk about. Come on. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. It's refreshing. It's look, for me, it's rejuvenating because I'm walking in the path that I put before God. We don't always see it, okay? He said if we acknowledge him in all of our ways, that he will direct our paths, not the path that someone else has set out for you. Come on. Not the path that someone else has set out for you. Not the path that someone said, oh, you should be this. Oh, you'll be. I see the Lord. The Lord said, this is you. Now, he may use an individual to confirm what you already know, but you have to know that God has spoken to you, that he's giving you this idea, that he's giving you the invention, that he's giving you the will and the fortitude to press in and press forward. 55 alive. 55 alive. Come on, we're going to stay alive. We're going to stay alive and we're going to do great and mighty things. I speak that. I speak it. I speak it. I speak it. No matter how I feel. No matter how I feel. But you better know without a shadow of a doubt. As I said before, this is the day that the Lord has made. Now, I'm going to cut off right now because I can just kind of ramble on and on and on. But I got things to do. And I pray that your day is an amazing day. And listen, whatever you're dealing with from day to day, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. But in all your ways acknowledge him. Certainly he will direct your paths. Oh, here she go again. Now she say that with such confidence. Yes, I say it. Have I always had the confidence? Absolutely not. I've hit a brick wall and I've had some very rough, challenging times. But nevertheless, the faith that's on the inside, it comes up when it's needed. Come on. Say the just shall live by faith. Are you living by faith? Are you walking by faith? I encourage you to. I encourage you to walk by faith and not by sight because what you see is very discouraging. It's very discouraging. But be encouraged this morning. Trust, believe, hope. Know that your better days are ahead. I say it every morning. My best years are ahead of me. They're in front of me. They're in front of me. Come on, never think you're too old. Never think that's it. That's the end of the road. It's not the end until God says over. So until he says over, let's keep moving forward. Let's keep going. Let's get the mind right. Let's break up the fallow ground in our minds so that we're able to, go in and see change and make change and create change. I'm encouraged. So you encourage yourself. You stay focused. You keep trusting. And until next time, this is 55 Alive, and I'm out. Peace.